learning a language isn't just about how to speak. You are fluent in using a tongue, provided that you have something which is worth saying. The New Forward Language School has an in-depth language program where the basics of all natural sciences and humanities are studied. This is called curriculum links, and the language itself is perceived as an exact and natural science like mathematics, physics or biology, which is assumed both when taking international exams and for professional activity in any field. We are pleased to introduce to you a student of ours who believes that her future vocation may be medicine. She still has time to change her mind, but the conceptual foundations of any scientific discourse are universal. Ksenia's first podcast is dedicated to body basics. The human body is made up of cells which contain unique information that make you who you are. Each organ in your body has an important job to do, and your blood helps to supply them with everything they need to work. Over to you, my dear friend.
As you may know, the smallest living building blocks in the body are cells. There are many different types of cells. The same cells join together to build tissue. Groups of tissues build organs which work together in organ system, such as the respiratory system.
This cell is about to divide into two cells. It's copied itself and made another nucleus.
So, first things first. Tissue. Tissue builds every part of the body. Some tissue creates strong structures, such as bone, while others make soft parts, such as nerves or muscle. Now then, cells. Cells code instructions to make a body. These are written in a coded sequence of chemicals called DNA, decarboribonucleic acid. The DNA is kept in the nucleus, the center of the cell. You know, the organs are body parts that have a job to do. For example, the lungs take oxygen gas from the air and release it into the blood. They also remove carbon dioxide gas from the blood.
And now a quick quiz. What are the smallest living building blocks in the body called? What is the center of a cell called? What do groups of tissues build? And remember, watch until the end of the video to make sure your answers are correct.
Don't forget, groups of organs work together in organ systems. Like the lungs are part of the respiratory system. This group of organs work together to help you breathe.
Where did all my cells come from? Half of the instructions to make your body came from an egg cell from your mother.
Instructions to make the other half of your body came from your father's sperm cell.
Do you know that the largest organ in the body is the skin? It weighs about 4 kilos. Each organ in the body is a different shape and size, and each does a different job. The heart pumps blood, the eyes help you to see, and brain controls everything you do. The skin keeps your body at a healthy temperature and stops your insides from falling out. It protects you too by blocking out water, germs, and the sun's rays. After the skin, the liver is the heaviest organ in the body. The smallest organ in the body is the pineal gland. It's in the brain and it releases a hormone or chemical messenger called melatonin into the blood when it gets dark. This helps your body relax, so you can sleep. Kidneys clean the blood and balance water in the body. They filter out waste from the blood and help the body remove this waste as urine or pee. There are 2 kidneys in the body doing the same job, which means you can survive with just one.
Are there other organs we can live without?
Yes, there are. The spleen, for instance. The liver can take over if the spleen is removed. The spleen recycles red blood cells and contains white blood cells to fight sickness.
And the appendix. Your appendix is removed if it becomes swollen and filled with bad bacteria. It usually stores good bacteria to help digestion. The second part of our quiz. Answer, true or false? 1. The lungs are part of the circulatory system. 2. The brain is the largest organ in the body. 3. You need 2 kidneys to survive. And remember, watch until the end of the video to make sure that your answers are correct.
Is there anything smaller than a cell? Cells are the smallest living parts of the body. They contain small floating machines called organelles, each one with a different role. Organelles do important jobs, such as turning food into the energy. The nucleus and mitochondria are types of organelle. The membrane is the outer layer of the cell. It lets water and chemicals move in and out of the cell, depending on what the cell needs at any given time. Organelles float around in gel-like fluid called cytoplasm. The fluid helps parts of the cell to pull things along smoothly from one side of the cell to the other, such as sugar. Mitochondria. These organelles release energy to power the cell. The cell receives sugar from food we eat, and mitochondria break it down, so the cell can use it as energy. The nucleus is the control center for everything in the cell. It contains the body's DNA and instructions that are needed to make every type of cell in the body. There are also vacuoles. These are bubbles that can be used to store and transport food and chemicals. Vacuoles can also hold waste. When vacuoles eventually fuse or join to the cell membrane, this waste is ejected from the cell.
Just my curiosity. What shapes can cells be?
Muscle cells are soft and stringy. They contract and slide over each other to shorten muscles, so they can move body parts.
Intestine cells are freely. They absorb, or take in, nutrients from food as it goes through the digestive system and pass the nutrients into blood.
How interesting. And do you know why blood is red?
Blood is red because half of it is made from red blood cells, which contain iron, an element with a red-brown color. The rest is mainly made from water and other types of cell, such as broken up cells called platelets. The cells in blood float along in a liquid called plasma. It takes 20 seconds for blood to make a complete journey around the body.
And why do veins look blue?
Veins carry blood back to the heart. This blood carries less oxygen gas, which makes it a dark red color. The dark red blood flows inside light-colored veins, which are covered by a layer of skin. This makes veins look blue.
And then we've got killing machines. White blood cells destroy germs by swallowing them up or by squirting killer chemicals at them. Blood cells float in plasma. Plasma contains proteins, sugar, salts, hormones, vitamins, and minerals, mixed into lots of water. Red blood cells get their color from a protein called hemoglobin. This contains an element called iron, which is red-brown color. Hemoglobin grabs and holds onto oxygen. The blood cells then carry this oxygen around the body. And we've also got a repair team. Platelets are broken up cells that stick together. When you get a wound, they make a scab and repair the damage. And we also need gas transporters. Red blood cells carry oxygen gas to wherever it's needed in the body. They drop oxygen off and then carry away a waste gas called carbon dioxide.
And now the answers for parts 1 and 2 of our quiz.
What are the smallest living building blocks in the body called?
The smallest living building blocks in the body are cells.
What is the center of a cell called?
The DNA is kept in the nucleus, the center of the cell.
What do groups of tissues build?
Groups of tissues build organs, which work together in organ system.
Answer, true or false? 1. The lungs are part of the circulatory system. Yes, they are. And they are also part of respiratory system. 2. The brain is the largest organ in the body.
No, it isn't. The largest organ is the skin.
3. You need 2 kidneys to survive. That's false. You can survive with 1 kidney.
And now 3 more questions as part 3 of our quiz.
Answer true or false. 1. Veins carry blood away from the heart.
2. Iron makes blood red.
3. Red blood cells fight off germs. And remember to watch our next program to make sure your answers are correct. And learn much more about the fantastic universe inside our body.
What is DNA? And do genes control who I am?
Why don't I have my mom's nose? And what really affects the color of my teeth?
What are hormones and how do my hormones work?
Why do twins look the same? And why do not all twins identical?
Gonna keep on walking forward.